Guess what? I love you. Guess who gave mommy a shout out today? Beyonce. Or Beyonce's team, but it doesn't matter. Say Beyonce. You're like, I don't care. You hungry?
You don't woke that baby up.
When I came in here, her eyes were open.
Oh, okay.
That's my auntie, everybody.
I was born and raised in Athens, Georgia, and Ben and I decided to just spend the summer here for like 2 months, maybe 3, who knows.
Okay. Our route to Athens was through trial and tribulation, traveling 12 hours in a car with 2 wonderful people. It was the trial and the tribulation, but it was quite fantastic. Besides gas being like a liver and a kidney, it was a great travel. We stopped along the way. Where did we stop again? Louisville. We stopped in Louisville. Louisville.
Almost like saying full.
Louisville.
Coming down here, it wasn't horrible, especially since I knew I could wash all of the cloth diapers by the time I got to my mom's house.
Louisville. We stopped in Louisville. We got some good food there. We stopped in Chattanooga, where moon pies were invented, right?
You can probably feel how hot I am right now. This heat is a new beast, but it's super nice to just have this village of people to help us out with Wilde in the very formative years of her life.
I love Athens. Every time we come down here, I'm looking up houses and I'm, can we just buy a house? Can we just move down here? And Amber says...
He also really, really gets along with my family. My family like Ben more than they like me. It's good. It's all right. But Ben has made me rediscover the hometown I grew up in. Wiggles. Right here, we're passing where Mommy was born, the St. Mary's Hospital. This is the Athens Library. Really big one, too. Yep.
You're happy, though. Yeah.
What does she say? She says lots of things, but she says the business is just not down here. And that's true. It's not like an acting city, But I love being down here. It's so beautiful. It's so nice. Look at all this great stuff.
The Street of Gold, which is a hazy, I love hazy IPA, a peach ale, and then this is like a lactate. They put lactose in these beers now.
Because he'll be like, do you want to go to the Georgia Theater? And I'm like, I actually haven't been because, growing up here, you're not really going to spots 18 and older. And then you come back here and you're like, oh, I'm an adult now. So it's been really nice to have him exploring my hometown and then have me rediscovering the gems of my hometown as well.
And life is defined by decisions, and you may burn bridges. You ain't got time to live. You're too old to be in this condition. And now I'm not sure if I'm better or worse for the distance.
Look at this. Like in Athens, like local Athens. This is gorgeous. Put these in a termite-free bin, and put these in storage.
I really think it's funny that it's so easy for Ben to declutter my mama's house when it was such a fight for me to get Ben to declutter our home.
We're on day 2 of helping my mother-in-law in her retirement. So we have some mugs here.
Make sure I look thin now.
Now, this is a good camera, but
How many mugs do you think you use out of all these?
Out of all of these, I probably use about 6.
it's a high quality camera,
Oh,
but it
Lord.
ain't magic.
Awesome. And I think we have a little bit more than 6 here.
To be fair, these were collector's items. I collect things. I know many people that collect things. I really don't see a problem with that. Lanes.
747. You have about 47 here, and then 2 in the dishwasher. That's 47.
Just round it off to
49. All right, so we have 52, and then you have some Chinaware in here.
Is it that being a collector of items is, you know, a sin?
Okay.
I just love it when you guys come visit.
Do you think 50 plus mugs is a little extreme?
So Amber and I decided to get rid of, I think now we're down to 6 mugs.
Okay.
There's 6 mugs.
That was extreme. But they had sentimental values. It was not 50 of the same mugs. It was Chicago.
You can't even lie.
And Tennessee and Washington. So like, which Hilton head should I keep?
That's a good point.
Which one? Yeah, which one is the? I mean, I like the more realistic one. Yeah, that's a cuter one.
So were you comfortable parting with some of your books?
Obviously, because when I went to look on the shelf, they had departed.
Let's put the books that we're keeping away.
It's kind of like, okay, but when it was your books, you was giving me a hard time.
And then these right here and the
Yeah.
kids' books that were upstairs. Here we go. Put these together.
Whatever gets him to do a little bit of cleanup.
Collectors' items of encyclopedias. I mean, where else do you see these things? They were classics.
Okay.
And they disappeared without my permission. Matter of fact, I didn't even get any coins.
Sometimes you need someone to come in with an eye to help you declutter your life. And it's so interesting because I can't declutter my house,
Right.
but I can help someone else declutter their house.
I thought that they were being taken to a bookstore because some of them were practically new, but no receipts. No receipts. Yes, Benjamin.
I did take them to a bookstore. They just didn't want them.
Okay, wait a minute. They may not have wanted the encyclopedias. I will give you that. Some of those educator books were practically new, and I had already sold Avid some of those books in a yard sale that I had, and the lady called back to ask if she could have more. What was the question? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Yeah, Wilde got to meet her great grandma. That's amazing. I didn't meet one of my grandmas, you know, and the other grandma, you know, died when I was pretty young. So I think it's pretty awesome that Wilde's going to get to grow up with her grandma, and her great grandma has gotten older. That's sort of beautiful.
You.